Small sculptures are scattered all about. Looks like somebody has been at this for a good while.
Now, would you be a mensch and gather some supplies for me? And I will answer all your questions. First, I'm feeling nostalgic. How about a base similar to the oldest sculpture I have sitting around my house? Most of them have been sold and shipped off elsewhere. But there are a select few I couldn't bear to part with. Now, first, I'm feeling nostalgic. How about a base similar to the oldest sculpture I have sitting around my house? Most of them have been sold and shipped off elsewhere. But there are a select few I couldn't bear to part with.
The plaque reads, Name, Bedrock. Medium, Stone. Year, 3489. From deep within Johnson's cave. The plaque reads, Name, Gentleman Octopus. Medium, Terracotta. Year, 3350. Always a gentleman, but always handsy. Well, this is a creepy find. I wonder why it's the only one covered in a sheet. The plaque on this sculpture is different from the others. It simply reads, Death holds the keys. Well, it simply... The plaque reads... Well, I wonder what... It simply... The plaque reads, Name, Deep Waters. Medium, Clay. Year, 3056. Still waters run deep. Carl. Plaque reads, Name, Rising Sun. Medium, stone. Year, 3049. Every darkened moonfall preludes a brighter sunrise. The plaque reads, Name, Vanilla Cloud. Medium, terracotta. Year, 3132. Like a maverick bird oddly cruising through the sky.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm looking for. Second, I need a tool with more than 2 points and at least one curved blade. But you'll also need a straight edge. Yes, that will serve well for what I'm envisioning. Second, I need a tool with more than 2 points and at least one curved blade. But you'll also need a straight edge. Yes, that will serve well for what I'm envisioning. Yes, that is exactly what I'm looking for. Third, let's mix the old with the new, and use the medium for my most recent sculpture. Can't keep living in the past, can we?
The plaque reads, Name.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm looking for. Fourth, the color. How about something befitting a gentleman such as yourself? A tribute for your dutiful help.
plaque reads, "Name, Gentleman Octopus." The plaque reads, "Name, Gentleman..."
Yes, that is exactly what I'm looking for. That should be everything. Ask away.
Do you think this piece could be the one? Your perfect piece?
Can't be sure yet. Eventually, the sculpture will tell me what it wants to be. You can't force it.
I've seen your art all over 52.
Well, I was one of the very first to step foot on this station. I guess this station is just as much a part of me as I am it.
Did you know Oakley Baxter?
Oh yes, what a sweet soul he had. And a real lover of the arts. I'm sorry, but I really must get to work while the inspiration is striking.
Oh, of course. The only problem is I don't know where to go next.
The reporter works out of the old lighthouse. Why don't you take your boat over to her? I'm sure she can help.
Well, thank you, miss. Thank you, doll.
Good luck, Edward.
The outboard motor turned its final rotation as I coasted the last few feet to the shore. Bon voyage, I thought to myself as the small craft floated back out into the water, where she was swallowed up into the rolling fog. No worries, though. I knew I could reach the rest of the space station by land from the lighthouse. And I couldn't go back now even if I wanted to. A Nebularian gravewood tree has wrapped itself around the lighthouse. Gravewoods are named as such because they grow almost exclusively in cemeteries on Nebular. What one was doing on this space station clutching to this lighthouse was anyone's guess. Given the size of the gravewood tree, it's been here for a long while. A barrel of Neuroblight? This stuff has been banned for decades. It's a chemical used in printing, but is highly toxic. I'm sure nothing could go wrong with me carrying some around, right? The storage shed is filled with what looks like supplies used for printing. I'm guessing newspapers. It's a plaque commemorating the lighthouse and its construction. Judging from this, the building was more of a tourist trap than an actual functioning lighthouse. And the plaque is bolted to the rock. Given the right tool, I could probably loosen it. The lights indicate the elevator shaft vent is open. The third floor vent is closed. The second floor vent is open. The first floor vent is closed. For some reason, the cover to the atmosphere controller has been removed, revealing its bare inner workings. Now, I could tap into the Atmos system with the proper items. Now, the tree has worked its way inside the lighthouse. Still appears structurally sound, though. Why would the reporter dame let things get this out of hand? Someone has modified the top of the lighthouse with a high-powered telescope and a parabolic audio receiver. Funny thing about it, it seems devised to observe the space station itself, and not the luminaries above. Wind turbines were outdated technology, even when 52 was first built. Some fool must have thought they just looked cool, because they're pretty much useless on a space station. Stacks and stacks of old newspapers. The reporter is apparently speaking more than others are listening. The roots have burst their way out of the wall, slowly taking over the interior. Beautiful in its own way. It's a burglar owl. They're known for scavenging shiny materials and decorating their beards and nests with them. The roots have burst their way. The toolbox is empty. I'm guessing pilfered by the creature roosting above it. Fire extinguisher with a hose attached. Feels empty though. A handful of washers. Yeah, don't flip your wig, but that's not gonna work. The elevator door is jammed with a gap at the bottom and won't open all the way. With a strong enough impact, I may be able to jar it loose. If I had something long and flat enough, I could probably pry this open. It's a plaque commemorating the lighthouse and its construction. Judging from this, the building was more of a... The plaque is bolted to the rock. You're a couple cents short of $1 on this one. For some reason, the cover to the atmosphere controller has been removed, revealing its bare inner workings. Now, I could tap into the Atmos system with the proper items. The lights indicate the elevator shaft vent is open. The third floor vent is closed. The second floor vent is open. The first floor vent is closed. For some reason, maybe that idea is just above my pay grade. Maybe that idea is just... Let's just pretend like... I couldn't go back now even if I wanted to. The bitter bright fruit is very uncommon. The gravewood tree only produces 1 or 2 at any given time. Problem with bitter bright fruit is it tastes awful, often referred to jokingly as tasting like death. Dark humor, I suppose, but an apt description. Some animals, on the other hand, will lose their caps over them. The bitter bright fruit is very uncommon. The gravewood tree only produces 1 or 2 at any given time. Problem with bitter bright fruit is it tastes awful. Dark humor. That's done it. That childhood baseball camp finally paid off. You, sure about that? Let's see if this works. Wow. The owl dove on that dreadful fruit like it was his last meal. It's a burglar owl. A screwdriver, how practical. The removed bolts are in such bad shape they're essentially useless, but the plaque itself is fine. Yeah, don't flip your wig, but something fell out of the vent. Rigid Instant Furniture Bill. I've never seen one in real life. I remember those terrible late night commercials for them. Just add water and boom! Instant furniture. Yeah, at least that's what the commercial said. If I had something long and flat enough, I could probably pry this open. Maybe that idea's just... Maybe that idea... Maybe... I think you've gone bats. Maybe you come... Maybe you... Yeah, not gonna do that.